Welcome back. As Easter approaches, people in the West German town of Dissen have been getting to work decorating Easter eggs in the traditional elaborate style of the Sorbian community, a Slav ethnic minority. A mixture of wax, feathers and dye are used to decorate the eggs. Well, it's a process that requires skill and patience, perfect for children practicing their artistic techniques. The Dissen Sorbian Heritage Museum hosted one such group on Wednesday. The children drew small dots onto their eggs with wax, before soaking them in color. According to Sorbian tradition, those who received eggs are expected to show their gratitude with a poem, and the eggs can be decorated in different ways according to the message the sender wants to give the recipient. And still in the Easter mood, yesterday was Maundy Thursday, and Christians all over the world celebrated the Christian feast, or holiday, which fell on the Thursday before Easter. It commemorates the Maundy and Last Supper of Jesus Christ with the apostles as described in the canonical gospel. Well, let's find out how Catholics in the Philippines celebrated and what went down in a prison in Peru.
Catholics in the Philippines North flog themselves and carry wooden crosses in reenacting the last hours of Jesus Christ. Barefoot men from the rural town of Mabalacat in Pampanga province, about 84 kilometers north of Manila, whipped their backs while marching on the streets, believing it would grant salvation from their sins. Some wore red robes with ornamental crowns of wreathed leaves and thorns as they carried large wooden crosses on their backs, signifying their devotion to Christ. Participants begin the ritual by tying a rope around their arms and legs and inflicting wounds on their backs with a blade. Then they walk barefoot for hours in the sweltering heat, stopping every few hundred meters at makeshift altars, while local residents recite a passage narrating Christ's suffering. Some allow themselves to be tied on the waist, while men pulled on the ropes and flogged them. Many Filipino Catholics often perform religious penance during the Holy Week as a form of worship and supplication. These religious rites are believed to cleanse away the sins of the devotees, cure illnesses, and even grant wishes. The Catholic Church has expressed disapproval of these self-punishments as misinterpretations of faith, saying prayers and sincere repentance are enough to commemorate the observance of Lent. Despite the opposition from the Church, such practices still continue across the predominantly Catholic country. Meanwhile, about 80 inmates from a Peruvian prison staged Andrew Webber's 1970s rock musical Jesus Christ Superstar this week to mark Holy Week. Inmates of all nationalities, including Peruvian, Spanish, Brazilian, Mexican, Colombian, and Italians from the medium security wing of the Sarita Colonia prison in the main port of Calo, took part in the production for the third consecutive year. The musical was staged at the minimum security prison square, which houses the foreign inmates. They received support from the local Roman Catholic Church, and the Sarita Colonia prisons houses 3,131 male prisoners, of which 472 are foreigners. It has 6 pavilions, 2 of which are reserved for foreigners.
Wherever you are in the world, happy Easter holiday. Well, that's the world today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Adeshewa Josh. Sports News is up next.